you're going to stay with us the whole show, of course, but listen carefully now. We have 2 answers to questions I asked Marilyn Manson over the telephone last week in a really rather rare opportunity to speak with the Antichrist superstar on the phone. And the first question I asked him is, what is his take on what everyone says? I mean, a lot of people said he himself claims to be the devil, that he sees himself as Satan. I asked him about that, and here was Marilyn Manson's response.
Well, a lot of people misconceive me as a devil worshiper, or misconstrue some of the things that I represent. But Marilyn Manson, the name, kind of represents my belief system, and that's the belief that words like God and Satan are just like Marilyn and Manson. It's two ways of describing the different parts of your personality, the lighter and the darker side. And I've never been one to believe in either, one God or a Satan. So if there were a devil, which I don't believe that there are, he would be worshiping me because I'm much more popular than he is these days.
Much more popular than Satan is these days, reminiscent of John Lennon saying when the Beatles came to America that the Beatles were more popular than Jesus Christ, and John Lennon got a lot of flack for that. Van, having heard what he said, does he expect antisocial behavior as a result of it? And I asked him, and you're about to hear his answer, I asked him if he had heard that if some young man who had listened to his music had killed himself or committed some kind of other violent act, how would he feel? Here's what he had to say.
I'd say, how many times has there been violence in the name of God, or how many times have we found a holy Bible in the room where someone was killed? You know, it's a cliche, I think, to blame anything on art, because one of the biggest things that I always say to our fans is that if you want to live in a world and you want to be an individual, you want to have the freedom to listen and say and do what you want, and you also have to take the responsibility that goes with that. And I think if parents spent more time raising their kids to be intelligent enough to make those type of decisions, you know, intelligent enough to listen to music or appreciate art and apply it to their lives, then we wouldn't have that type of a reaction. I think if people are stupid and they want to behave stupidly, then they really get what they deserve. I've never encouraged that type of behavior, so I'm not going to try and support it or feel sorry for anyone that acts stupid.
And Dakota, any reaction to that statement there?
Well, I believe that what he's projecting is just what he says he's not projecting. And I agree with him on one account, that parents ought to raise their children in a way that they are able to see things of this nature. I don't believe exactly in the way that he's projecting it. I believe that parents